Memphis International Airport is a civil military airport 7 miles southeast of downtown Memphis, in Shelby County, Tennessee. Memphis International Airport is home to the FedEx Express global hub, which processes many of the company's packages. Nonstop FedEx destinations from Memphis include cities across the continental U.S., Europe, Middle East, Asia and South America. From 1993 to 2009, Memphis had the largest cargo operations of any airport worldwide. MEM dropped into second position in 2010, behind Hong Kong. However, it remained the busiest cargo airport in the United States. As of 2014, Memphis International Airport had a passenger count of 3.57 million, which is a steep 22% decline from the 2013 year. Delta Airlines dropped Memphis as a hub airport after continually reducing flights following its 2008 merger with Northwest Airlines. As of July 2014, MEM averaged 83 total passenger flights per day on all of the airlines serving the city. The airport has since added several airlines, including Southwest and Allegiant, which has increased competition among the carriers. Since Delta's departure as a hub operation, average round-trip prices have declined significantly. The July-September 2014 quarter alone saw a 4.7% decline from the quarter a year earlier. History. Memphis Municipal Airport opened on a 200-acre plot of farmland just over 7 miles from downtown Memphis. During its early years, the airport had 3 hangars and an unpaved runway. Passenger and airmail service was provided by American Airlines and Chicago and Southern Airlines. In 1939, Eastern Airlines arrived. That March, Eastern had 1 departure a day to Muscle Shoals and beyond. American had 4 east-west and C&S had 4 north-south. During World War II, the United States Army Air Force's Air Transport Command 4th Ferrying Group used Memphis while sending new aircraft overseas. In April 1951, the runways were 6,000 foot 2/20, 6530 foot 9/27, 4370 foot 14/32 and 4950 foot 17/35. The April 1957 OAG shows 64 weekday departures, 25 on Delta, 18 American, 7 Southern, 5 Eastern, 4 Braniff, 3 Trans-Texas and 2 Capital. American DC-6s flew nonstop to Washington and New York, but westward nonstops didn't reach beyond Fort Worth and Kansas City until American started Los Angeles in 1964. The first scheduled jets were Delta 880s ORD MMSY and back, starting in July-August 1960. The current terminal was designed by Mann and Harover and cost $6.5 million. It opened on June 7, 1963, and Memphis Municipal changed its name to Memphis International in 1969, but the airport had no non-stop international flights until 1985 a Euro 86 when Republic Airlines began flights to Mexico. The terminal was expanded for $31.6 million in 1974, adding 2 new concourses and extending the others, which were designed by Roy P. Harover and Associates. The airport had no non-stop intercontinental flights until 1995 when KLM began service to Amsterdam. Flights to Amsterdam ended on September 3, 2012. Part of Delta's cutbacks in Memphis, this leaves Cancun, Mexico and Freeport, Bahamas as the only scheduled international flights from Memphis, operated seasonally by Delta and Aeromexico Bahamas Air on behalf of Vacation Express. Southern Airways was an important regional carrier at Memphis in the 1960s. It merged into Republic Airlines in 1979 as the first large merger after the passage of the Airline Deregulation Act. With the dismantling of the Civil Aeronautics Board flight approval requirements, airlines began developing around a large hub model as opposed to the former point-to-point networks that were common before deregulation. Republic established Memphis as a hub operation in 1985 before merging into Northwest Airlines in 1986. In 2008, Delta Airlines bought Northwest. Federal Express began operations in Memphis in 1973. It opened its current Super Hub facility on the north side of the airport in 1981. In 2008, the airport began expanding its control tower and parking garages. The new tower cost $72.6 million and is 336 feet tall, more than double the old tower height. An $81 million, 7-story parking garage replaced 2 surface lots, adding 6,500 parking spaces. $11 million was spent on a covered moving walkway between the garages and the terminal. Since 2009, the airport has been a small hub for small regional airline Seaport Airlines, which hosts single-engine flights to communities in Arkansas through the Essential Air Service program. Seaport Airlines is based at the private aviation terminal, not the main passenger terminal. In 2014, the Memphis Shelby County Airport Authority announced a planned $114 million renovation of the airport. This renovation will include demolishing the largely vacant south ends of concourses A and C, which will allow aircraft to more easily access the larger B concourse. The remainder of the A and C concourses will remain and be ready to use for any potential growth in the future. In addition, the plan calls for the widening and modernization of the B concourse, which most flights will be directed to when the renovation is complete. The renovation, expected to start in late 2015 and end around 2020, will leave the airport with about 60 gates. Operations: Memphis International Airport is governed by the Memphis and Shelby County Airport Authority. Board of Directors consists of 5 members appointed by the Memphis Mayor and 2 members nominated by the Shelby County Mayor. All board members are confirmed by the Memphis City Council. Facilities and aircraft. Memphis International Airport covers 3,900 acres and has 4 paved runways, 18C/36C, 11,120 feet, 150 feet concrete, 18L/36R, 9,000 feet, 150 feet concrete, 18R/36L, 9,320 feet, 150 feet concrete, 9/27, 8,946 feet, 150 feet concrete. Runway 9/27 reopened for traffic on November 30, 2009 after 9 months of resurfacing. The new runway has a more durable concrete surface, and opened in time for the peak of the FedEx shipping season. For the 12-month period ending May 31, 2014, the airport had 225,592 aircraft operations, an average of 618 per day, 71% scheduled commercial, 18% air taxi, 10% general aviation, and 1% military. At that time there were 93 aircraft based at this airport, 48% jet, 15% multi-engine, 17% single-engine, 10% military, and 10% helicopter. The Memphis Air Route Traffic Control Center is on the airport grounds at 3229 Democrat Road, Tennessee, 38118. Terminals: Terminal A contains 6 gates, A21, A25, A27, A29, A31 and A33. Terminal A is used currently by Southwest Airlines, Allegiant Air, and OneJet. Terminal B contains 42 gates, B1, B20, B22, B43. Terminal B serves all international arrivals and requires travelers to pass through a TSA security checkpoint after clearing customs. This is required because the customs hall exits into the concourse instead of the main lobby. Delta operates a Delta Sky Club lounge in Terminal B. Delta Airlines is the sole occupant of Terminal B. Seasonally, the terminal is used by international charters which operate out of the airport's international gates B42 and B43. Terminal C contains 18 gates, C1, C5, C7, C11, C12A, C12B, C14A, C14B, C16, C18, C20 and C22. Terminal C is currently only used by American, Frontier, Seaport Airlines, United and U.S. Airways. Airlines and destinations. Scheduled passenger notes, 1. All airlines and concessions will relocate to Concourse B in 2015. 2. The airport is currently undergoing a massive $114 million consolidation renovation that will last until 2020. 4. OneJet plans to add flights to Pittsburgh from Memphis sometime in the near future. 5. All U.S. Airways flights will be rebranded as American Airlines effective October 17, 2015. 6. All U.S. Airways Express flights will be rebranded as American Eagle flights effective October 17, 2015. Charter cargo statistics top domestic destinations annual traffic military. The 164th Airlift Wing of the Tennessee Air National Guard is based at the co-located Memphis Air National Guard Base, operating C-17 Globemaster III transport aircraft. Accidents and incidents. On August 11, 1984, Douglas C-47M70003 of Aviation Enterprises crashed shortly after takeoff from Memphis International Airport on a domestic non-scheduled passenger flight to O'Hare International Airport, Chicago. All 3 people on board died. A missing spark plug on the port engine caused a loss of power. Maintenance involving the removal of the spark plugs had been performed the previous day. On April 7, 1994, FedEx Flight 705 experienced an attempted hijacking shortly after takeoff. FedEx employee Auburn Calloway tried to hijack the plane in order to crash it into the FedEx hub at Memphis International, in a kamikaze-style attack. The crew fought him off and returned to Memphis. On December 18, 2003, FedEx Express Flight 647 veered off the runway after the landing gear collapsed upon landing from Oakland International Airport. The aircraft was immediately engulfed in flames. All 5 crew members escaped by exiting via the cockpit window. On July 28, 2006, FedEx Flight 630's landing gear collapsed upon landing at Memphis International Airport after a flight from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. After coming to a stop, the plane caught fire, engulfing the left wing and engine. While the 3 crew members sustained injuries, they all survived. The aircraft was written off. References. Further reading: Holohan, Terry. Delta Airlines deals crashing blow to Memphis Airport. Memphis Business Journal. June 4, 2013. External links. Media related to Memphis International Airport at Wikimedia Commons. Memphis International Airport, FAA Airport Diagram, effective September 17, 2015. Resources for this airport: AirNav Airport information for KMEM, ASN Accident History for MEM, FlightAware Airport information and Live Flight Tracker, NOAA-NWS latest weather observations, Sky Vector Aeronautical Chart for KMEM, FAA current MEM delay information.